If I ask you what is the most popular food in the world, then one name that will pop up in your head would be pizza. And when you think of pizza in India, one name that hits your brain is Domino's Pizza, especially the cheese burst pizza. Personally, I'm a big fan of Domino's cheese burst pizza. And if you are a fan of Domino's cheese burst pizza, then do like this video. Hello everyone, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy where I explain everything about money management in layman's language. As an investor, we all want to invest in good companies. But how to identify good companies? One of the ways is look around the brands that we commonly use in our day-to-day life. And when you think of a brand in food category, one name is Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza is a popular brand all over the world and it is a favorite of many people. But Domino's Pizza is an American company. So how do you invest in Domino's Pizza? Well, you can invest in Domino's Pizza via Jubilant FoodWorks. So in this video, we are going to do the fundamental analysis of Jubilant FoodWorks. Jubilant FoodWorks is one of the largest food service company in India. It holds the master franchisee of two international brands, Domino's Pizza for India, Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka, and Dunkin' Donut. So Jubilant FoodWorks is the master franchisee of Domino's Pizza. It means if you want to open a store of Domino's Pizza in your city, then you don't need to contact the American company. You need to contact Jubilant FoodWorks. The company was incorporated as Domino's Pizza India and opened its first store in Delhi in 1996. Later, in 2009, Domino's Pizza India name was changed to Jubilant FoodWorks. Currently, the company has got 1,264 outlets of Domino's Pizza all over the India and has got 26 outlets of Dunkin' Donut, and it has got its presence in 281 cities in India. Recently, Jubilant FoodWorks has also launched its own homegrown brand with the name Hong's Kitchen. Hong's Kitchen specializes in Chinese cuisine. So as of now, there are 4 outlets of Hong's Kitchen. If we talk about the market cap of Jubilant FoodWorks, then as of now, the market cap of Jubilant FoodWorks is 34,000 crore rupees. So overall, looking at the company and its management, I would rate it 10 on 10. One of the biggest strengths of Domino's Pizza is its strong brand name. Brands like Domino's Pizza and Dunkin' Donut needs no introduction. Next big strength of Domino's Pizza is its investment in digital products, user experience and technology. For example, the company has recently implemented GPS tracker in the mobile app. So with this, you can actually track the position of the delivery boy on your phone. The company has also installed dashboard in every store where the store manager can see the real-time data of every customer, including the delivery time, etc. Next key strength is its nationwide presence and international expansion. Company is continuously launching new stores of Domino's Pizza all over the country. And it has also expanded in markets like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka where there is huge potential of growth. Next key strength is its robust integrated supply chain system. In order to control the quality standard, Domino's Pizza has strict requirements in terms of ingredient, assembly and cooking of products. To maintain the consistency of products across the stores, the franchisee stores has to acquire products like dough, cheese and sauces from its corporate distribution center. Next key strength is continuous innovation. Jubilant FoodWorks is continuously innovating and launching new products to cater to various taste buds. For example, in Domino's Pizza, it has launched new products like Indi Tandoori Paneer and Paneer Makhani pizzas. Next key strength of Jubilant FoodWorks is its customer focus and innovating marketing. How many of you remember Domino's Pizza campaign of delivery within 30 minutes or free pizza? That was a great success. In fact, the company focuses a lot on customer satisfaction. For example, if you have ordered Domino's Pizza in any of the store and if you are not satisfied, then they will immediately bake a new pizza for you. So Jubilant FoodWorks knows the importance of customer satisfaction because they know that the word of mouth publicity is very important and the customer repeat purchase is very important. In fact, talking about the innovative campaign, Jubilant FoodWorks has launched e-gift vouchers. In this, you can actually gift Domino's vouchers for special occasions like Raksha Bandhan, Diwali, Karwa Chauth, etc. If we talk about the competitors of Jubilant FoodWorks, then it is going to face strong competition from companies like Zomato and Swiggy. So overall, looking at the competitive strength of Jubilant FoodWorks, I would rate it 9 on 10. Talking about the future growth prospect, in the short term, Jubilant FoodWorks has faced major problems due to COVID-19. Its June 2020 sale fell down to 388 crore against 949 crore sales in the same quarter last year. That's a fall of 60% in revenue. In fact, company reported losses for the first time ever. However, Jubilant FoodWorks was determined to bounce back. They started this zero contact delivery, where you can get your Domino's pizza without getting into physical contact with any of the delivery guy. Moreover, with COVID-19, consumers have become more conscious about the hygiene, and this has resulted in increase in sales for Jubilant FoodWorks. While most of the food chains are still struggling, Domino's Pizza has shown great performance in the September quarter. Its sales has rose from 388 crore in June quarter to 816 crore in September quarter. To reduce the expenses, company has shut down 100 stores of Domino's Pizza and 4 stores of Dunkin' Donuts in July-September quarter. As a result, the operating profit of company has increased significantly. The recent operating profit in September quarter is 26%, which is the highest in the history. If we talk about the long-term growth prospect, according to National Restaurant Association of India, the food sector in India is expected to grow at a CAGR of 9% to reach 5.9 lakh crore by 2023. Even the Indian society is evolving with rise in working professional, independent nuclear household, or increase in outdoor activity such as leisure trips and outing with friends and family. These factors are driving the increase in frequency of eating out. There's an increased brand consciousness and people are trying new cuisine, which is fueling the growth of food sector in India and increase in dominance of food services restaurant in India. In the food service sector in India, the trusted brand in the organized sector are expected to grow and the market share of unorganized sector is expected to shrink. This is going to create great opportunity for a company like Jubilant FoodWorks. Recently, Jubilant FoodWorks has also announced its entry into ready-to-cook sauces, gravies and pasta, capitalizing on increase in demand in home cooking trend in India. Certainly, the demand for ready-to-cook food in India is increasing over the last few years because of the busier lifestyle and desire to try new cuisine. Jubilant FoodWorks, with its deep insight regarding the taste preference of Indian consumers, is well positioned to grow. So overall, looking at the future growth prospect, I would rate Jubilant FoodWorks 10 on 10. Now let us analyze the financials of Jubilant FoodWorks. If we talk about the revenue growth, you can see that the revenue of Jubilant FoodWorks has increased from 678 crore in March 11 to 3,927 crore by March 2020. If you look at the CAGR growth in 10 years, it has been 25%, which is phenomenal. If we talk about the profit growth, you can see that the profit has grown from 72 crore in March 2011 to 280 crore by March 2020. And if you look at the CAGR growth of profit in last 10 years, then again it has been 25%. So overall, looking at the profit growth and revenue growth in the last 10 years, I would rate it 10 on 10. Next, if we talk about the operating profit of the company has fallen till March 2017, and this was the period when company was giving huge discount to increase its brand presence. And then the operating margin has increased consistently. So the latest operating margin of Jubilant FoodWorks is 22%. If we talk about the return on equity and return on capital employed, this has fallen down because this was the time when the company was growing and giving huge discount. And if you look at the last 3-4 year performance, both ROE and ROCE has increased. The recent ROE and ROCE has been, the ROE is 24.69% and ROCE is 20.26%. So overall, looking at the profitability of Jubilant FoodWorks, I would rate it 8 on 10. Next, if you look at the debt to equity ratio, the debt to equity ratio of the company has been 0 till March 2019. But if you look at the March 2020, the debt to equity ratio has increased to 1.47. It means Jubilant FoodWorks has taken a lot of borrowing to fuel its growth. So overall, looking at the debt to equity ratio, I would rate it 5 on 10. Next, if you look at the management efficiency ratio, the debtors day has been consistent to 2 days. It means it just takes 2 days for the debtors to pay money to Jubilant FoodWorks. However, if you look at the inventory turnover, it has been decreasing. The recent inventory turnover is 13.46. Although the inventory turnover has been great, but over the past few years, it has been slowing down. So overall, looking at the management efficiency ratio, I would rate it 9 on 10. If we talk about the reserves of the company, it has been increasing over the last 10 years. It has grown from 127 crore in March 2011 to 1200 crore by March 2020. So overall, looking at the fundamentals of the company, the total score of Jubilant FoodWorks is 61 out of 70. It means Jubilant FoodWorks is a fundamentally strong company. Now let's talk about the valuations of Jubilant FoodWorks. If you look at the current price of Jubilant FoodWorks, it is 2543 rupee. The highs are 2660 rupee and the low is 1138 rupee. It means from the low of 1138, the company has given more than 100% return in last 1 year. Let's look at the chart of share price. So if you look at the movement of share price in last 1 year, the share price was 1629 on November 2019 and then it increased to 1955. But due to COVID pandemic, the share price fell down to almost 1249. But after that, company has recovered and it has given more than 100% return and currently the share price is 2543. If you look at the maximum value of share price, it has grown from 115 rupee in February 2010 to the current level of 2543. Now let's look at the price to earning ratio of the company in last 3 years. So if you look at the price to earning ratio, the median PE is 81. And if you look at the current PE, it is 231. Clearly the current PE of the company is way too above its median PE, which makes it a overvalued company. However, the major reason in the high PE of the company is because of poor performance in June quarter due to COVID pandemic. But as we proceed further, the earnings are going to increase and this PE ratio is going to fall. Having said this, I still feel that the current valuations of Jubilant FoodWorks is at overvalued state. So overall, looking at the overall valuation, I would rate it 3 on 10. Now the biggest question is, if the company is fundamentally strong and available at high valuation, what should an investor do? I would suggest that you should keep an eye on this stock and try to purchase on dips. I think that in the near future, there should be a correction in the price. But looking at the future growth prospect, Jubilant FoodWorks is poised to grow. However, at current valuation, Jubilant FoodWorks looks like a overvalued company to me. So in this video, we investigated Jubilant FoodWorks. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. And if yes, do share your feedback in the comment box. Also let me know which company you want me to analyze in the future. I will see you next week with another fundamental analysis.